So we're here today to discuss the Toyota case where flaws software in their vehicles led to unintended acceleration incidents. From a virtue ethics perspective, this case highlight the importance of certain character traits in engineering like honesty, diligence and responsibility. The engineers involved clearly didn't demonstrate these virtues, leading to devastating consequences. If they had been more diligent in adhering to standards and more transparent about the flaws in the system, maybe this incident could have been avoided.
I agree with you, IDHAM. Modern cars like Toyota's use drive-by-wire system to replace mechanical controls with electronic signals. From a religious perspective, this highlights our duty to protect others. Most faiths, whether Christian, Muslim, or otherwise, share a core principle: value human life and treat others as you wish to be treated. In Islam, the principle of amanah, trust, and responsibility requires prioritizing human safety over profit. Addressing this risk is not just a technical duty, but also more obligation to protect lives.
I see your points, but let's think about this case through deontology, the ethics of duty. So what is a company's moral duty when designing safety critical systems? Toyota had a clear responsibility to follow established standards like MISRA and also conduct peer reviews to ensure their software was safe and also reliable. But they choose to bypass this rule. Imagine if they follow their duty ethics. Would the incidents still have happened? Neglecting structure coding, allowing single point failures, and also ignoring industry standards weren't just technical oversights. They were ethical breaches. When the duties are ignored, who pays the price? In this case, it was the public safety.
I think all of you bring up valid points, but I want to emphasize the human rights angle here. This case shows how ignoring safety in technology can violate basic human rights like the right to life and safety. At its core, human rights ensure the protection of life, safety and dignity. People's lives were at risk, and that is unacceptable. Regardless of any ethical theory, human rights should be the baseline. In this case, Toyota's failure to adhere to established software safety standards jeopardized these rights. For example, faulty code led to unintended acceleration, causing accidents, injuries, and even death. By neglecting industry standards like MISRA, Toyota violated its ethical responsibility to prioritize human safety over cost or convenience.
I agree, IZZATI. Safety should never be sacrificed. From a virtue ethic perspective, engineers should constantly strive to be better, to act with moral courage, and to always put this safety of the public first. The goal is to create a culture of integrity where doing the right thing is instinctive, even when no one is watching. The ethics of engineering should always prioritize human well-being over all else. By fostering virtues like integrity, courage, and responsibility, we can work toward preventing incidents like this in the future.
And if we look at it through the religious perspective, our action should always be guided by a sense of duty to others. The sanctity of life is a fundamental value, reminding us to prioritize safety and compassion in everything we do.
And the rules exist for a reason. When those impositions of responsibility break them, the consequences can be catastrophic. Upholding professional standards is a moral duty.
This reminds us that engineers and developers must act as guardians of public trust, ensuring that the technologies we create uphold the fundamental human right to safety and life. Every person deserves the rights to be safe, and engineers must be vigilant in safeguarding that right.
Yeah, exactly. I think we can all agree that safety, accountability, and the responsibility to do what's right are at the heart of this issue.